When you really spend time on your own in solitude, meditating, sitting, observing, thinking, and just really trying to see things for what they are, and you start to see through the facades, you start to see all the layers that have been built on top of actual reality that people think is reality, but in actuality, it's just layers of human society and human BS layered on top of actual living and actual reality. And as you begin to do that more and more, it starts to feel like at the point in the Truman Show, whenever he's going through and he's starting to see the sets behind the scenes and he's starting to see the actors, or he starts to see the same people doing the same things, and he starts looking around and he just starts slowly realizing how much of this is fake, how much of this is just built up or performed or isn't really necessary or isn't really real at the end of the day, honestly. And as he does this, the director and other people and stuff, they try to get him back on track, right? They try to reconvince him of the reality that he was once a part of, right? The reality that he thought was real before he started seeing through it. And this is exactly what happens to people who are really sitting and being observant, and they start seeing through the veils, and they start seeing through all the BS in this society, the news, the distraction, the fear, the pleasures, right? And not just like simple pleasures of life. I'm talking about drugs and addictions and over-sexualization and just strong distractions, like keep people just distracted and not really thinking about the truths and not really thinking about what's really going on. And all the wars and all the drama and all the TV and all the relationship stuff, like celebrities, and also that bleeds into people's personal lives and affects their thinking and stuff because they're watching like reality TV and stuff. And they people know it's not real, but yet you watch it and you can tell that people watch a lot of this stuff. It starts getting into their head. Like they actually start thinking like that and talking like that. It's just so bizarre. But anyway, as that is occurring, you will have people in your life and you will have society and things around you trying to pull you back into that reality that you have now started to see through or maybe fully seen through. And it is very difficult to continue marching forward into truth because it is one of the scariest things to do. When you feel like you're pretty much alone, when you feel like there's not really that many other people who get it. Now, of course, there are, and of course, you can find them and speak to them and whatever. But on the larger whole, most people and most society, and just going around and you look around, you talk to people or whatever, you just feel like you're in a different reality than most. It's like these people are still... It's like Truman before he starts seeing behind the sets, right? Truman before all the stuff, he's just going to work, he's saying hi to everybody, everything's good, whatever. And as he sees more and more through it, like he can't reintegrate back into it. At least for his personality. I think some people, they start to see some of these truths, and then they just get too afraid, or they can't go down that path, and I understand, I get it, it's tough. And then they bail, right? They just keep going as they're going, or they just numb, or they just find distractions and they just do that for the rest of their life, and that's just is what it is. But there are some people like Truman who is just like, they see it and they can't unsee it. They can't go back and just believe in the false reality anymore. They've seen through the veils. They cannot delude themselves. And so now you're in this different reality where you're really seeking deeper truths and you're really trying to figure out what is going on. And so for anyone has gone through that or is going through that or still struggles with that, I know I'm still going through it and still struggling with it, understand that it is extremely difficult. It is extremely taxing. And just like how Truman starts feeling like he's losing it in the movie, the same thing is going to happen to you because you don't have many other people around you who understand. They're too plugged in. They're too bought into that false reality. And so as you start moving further and further into more truth and more raw reality that isn't diluted by all this layer of human BS, this created false BS, you're going to struggle. You're going to struggle more and more. And all I can say for myself is that it's absolutely been a struggle. I am still lost in so many ways. I'm still finding my way in so many ways. But I just want to share this video to hopefully help some people who maybe feel that same way, or maybe feel disconnected, or they feel lost, or they feel like, oh God, I've seen through things, or I understand truths, or whatever. What am I doing now? It's like, just be very patient and be very kind with yourself, okay? Realize that you are a very brave person. You're a very courageous person, and you're not a person who's going to sell out. You're not a person who's going to deny the truth. You are a person who faces that truth, no matter how difficult it is, or how uncomfortable it is, or how much cognitive dissonance that it causes. And just realize your strength. That's all. So anyway, hope this helps some people. Peace.